I want to talk about something that I almost did not make this video about because it is uncomfortable and it is very close to home, but I need to say it because right now the stakes are too high for us to stay quiet about it. Over 300,000 Black women have been forced out of jobs, and they were more than qualified for those jobs. Let that land for a second. 300,000 women with degrees, women with experience, women with track records, with everything the world told them they needed to be safe, gone. There is a war being waged against Black women right now in the workplace, in policies that are being changed, in every institution that was supposed to protect us. And nobody is coming to save us. I need you to hear that. Nobody. Nobody is coming to save us, which means that the only way forward is each other. And that is exactly why this video matters right now, because I have been in the online business space for a long time as a coach, as a consultant, as a service provider. And I have watched something play out over and over again among Black women in this space. Women who could be building referral networks together, co-creating offers, sending each other clients, growing each other's audiences, joining forces. Instead, some of us are doing something very different, going quiet when someone in our circle wins, tearing down the woman who charges what she is worth, gatekeeping referrals, calling out instead of calling in. And I am not saying this to shame anyone. I am saying it because we cannot afford this anymore, and we literally cannot afford it. And if you've been there on the other side of this, you will know exactly what I mean. I want to be clear about where I am coming from on this. I'm Haitian. I am also an immigrant. I know what it means to be in a country that was not built for you and to build anyway. So I came into this online business space carrying something that I didn't even know that I was carrying, a belief that success was a small table, that there was limited amount of good that went around, and that if someone else got a seat, that might mean one less seat for me. And I carried that belief for years without knowing that it was there. And then I started to see it in other women too. Women who look like me, women I respected, women I genuinely wanted to build with. And I watched us do to each other what the world had already been doing to us. And that was very hard to sit with, but it was important to see because here's what I know now. We were never going to be saved by the institutions. We were never going to be protected by the systems. We were always going to need each other. We just did not always act like it. So let us talk about what this actually looks like, because it is not always loud and a lot of it is very quiet. And you already know who they are. They go quiet when you share good news, for instance. They always have something better going on when you are celebrating. They smile they give an awkward smile. And there's this invisible competition. And that's where it all starts. And in the online space, it gets layered with money, visibility, and audience size. And it makes this bigger and harder to talk about. So let us name it and acknowledge it. All of it, not some of it, all of it. So I numbered them in patterns. So pattern number one, there's the scarcity mindset that was installed in us. This one is rooted in almost everything else. The belief that there is only so much success available, that the market is a small table, and that another Black woman winning, it means less for you. This belief was not invented by us. It was installed in us by systems specifically designed to make us compete for scraps. And we did that for generations. We believed that there really was only one seat. So the scarcity felt very real because it was. But we are in a new space now. And that old belief, it's running the show still without our permission. The second pattern is that she thinks she is all that reflects. A Black woman who is visible, who is confident, who is unapologetic about her pricing, who is also clear about her positioning, she gets read as arrogant faster than almost anything else. So women shrink themselves to avoid that label, or they project it into the ones who refuse to shrink. And the result is that the most visible Black woman in any space often have the fewest Black women genuinely in her corner. And right now, when we need each other's visibility more than ever, that is a cost that we cannot keep paying. Pattern number 3 is credential gatekeeping. Who does she think she is charging that? She does not even have a formal background in this. Show me her receipts first. I understand where this one comes from because we have spent our whole careers having our competence questioned before we even say a word. So we internalized that standard, and now sometimes we apply it to each other. But here's the thing. Those 300,000 women who just lost their job, many of them had every credential that you can think of, every degree, every qualification, and it still was not enough to protect them. So maybe, just maybe, we can stop using credentials as a reason to withhold our support. Pattern number 4 is the copycat accusation. When a Black woman sees another Black woman doing something similar in the market, the first instinct is sometimes accusation. Oh, she copied my offer. She stole my framework. She is trying to be me. I'm not saying that some people are not stealing online. They are. But when that same overlap could be an opening, a referral partnership maybe, or a co-create product, a collaboration, that will double both audience. That's not a threat. It is an invitation. And if we choose to see some of those situations that way, it's a win for both of us. Pattern number 5, it's withholding referrals and recommendations. And let's say you know someone in your audience who needs a service that you do not offer. You know exactly who to send them to. A Black woman whose work you've seen up close and you hesitate because you're thinking, what if she outgrows me? What if they like her better? What if I'm giving away something that I cannot get back? Those referrals ecosystems, that is how we build economic independence. And that is how we create a market that belongs to us, that nobody can take away from us. But this can happen only if we are willing to build it together. Pattern number 6 is the public call out instead of the private conversation. Subtweets, vague Instagram story, posts that are clearly about one person and it's addressed to the whole room, instead of a Zoom call or a phone call or a direct message. The honest conversation with the person, it is actually about what the public call out does. It turns our community into a courtroom and it creates sides. It creates distrust and it makes the whole space feel like a minefield. And right now, we need our spaces to feel like shelter. We need our spaces to be safe, not to be a battlefield. The seventh pattern is price shaming in both directions. This person charges too much. She thinks that she is better than us. Or this person charges too little. She is ruining the market for everybody else. There is almost no price point that escapes the commentary. And what this actually does, it makes Black women afraid to price their services or their products at all. They're afraid to raise their rates. They are afraid to build the financial independence that they deserve. And that would actually protect them also. So think about that for a second. We are policing each other's pricing while the institutions are eliminating our paychecks. All right, now the eighth pattern, the tall poppy syndrome inside the community. When a Black woman breaks through, she gets the speaking gig. She hits a milestone. She gets featured somewhere major. The community response is sometimes a loud celebration, but sometimes it is also silence or shade dressed up as concern. The women who get celebrated loudest are often the ones who stay small enough not to feel threatening. And the ones who dare to grow, they often do it alone. But growing alone in this moment, the way that things are, it is not a luxury that we can afford. I want things to change for us. I want us to stop asking, why are we doing this to each other? And start asking instead, where did we learn this? Because none of this, it came from nowhere. Every single pattern, it comes from somewhere. Maybe it is our survival strategy. Maybe it is a scarcity mindset. But where did it come from? Did it come from generation of actually living in scarcity? For instance, the credential gatekeeping. Did it come from a world that questioned our qualifications? So I want us to think about why we're doing this. Because the same instinct that protected our grandmothers is now blocking us from building with each other. And the world has changed. The threat has changed too, I know. But the survival strategy, it needs to change too. And here's what joining forces actually means. It means that when one of us loses a corporate job, there is a network of Black women-owned businesses ready to absorb her skills. It means that when one of us launches an offer, there are 5 other Black women actively promoting it to their audiences. It means that when one of us gets a client inquiry she cannot take because she's overbooked, she knows exactly which Black women to send them to. And it means that we are building an economy inside the economy. And that one belongs to us. And that cannot be eliminated by any executive order. One that cannot be defunded by a policy change. One that does not require anyone's policy. That is what joining forces together mean. And we already have everything we need to start. We just need to choose it. Now think about what that room actually looks like. Women who lose their mind, hyping you up, who share your work without being asked, who text you first when things are going right, who understand that your win does not shrink their win. That is the room that we need to build. And we need to do that deliberately, and we need to do that on purpose. Not later. We need to do this right now. And I want to be honest with you about a mistake that I made. There was a woman in my space. We did similar work. We served similar clients. And I kept my distance. And I did that not because she had done anything wrong, but because the overlap, it was something that made me very nervous. So I told myself that I was protecting my positioning. But what I was actually doing was choosing the old survival instinct over the possibility of something better. And I will never know what that could have been. maybe a referral partner, a collaborator, an ally, another Black woman, or another Black woman in my corner who got it. I am not making that mistake again, not in this climate, and not ever. So here is what I need you to take from this video. The next time that you feel that cringe or that tightening, that quiet thing that happens when another Black woman in your space announces a win, recognize it, celebrate her, congratulate her, and then choose something different. Send the congratulation message. Make the referral. Reach out to the woman whose work overlap with yours. Share the post without being asked to do it and without expecting anything in return. Because here's the truth. Nobody is coming to dismantle the system targeting us. Nobody is coming to restore the job. Nobody is coming to protect us from what is already built against us. We are the plan. Black women building with other Black women. It's not a nice idea. It is the strategy. The table is not small. We just keep acting like the table is small. And we have done that long enough. We keep acting like we need a piece of the pie when we can all bake a whole pie. I would rather build with my people than win alone. Every single time. Now I want you to drop a comment below and to tell me, have you felt this on either side of it? I want to hear from you. And if you resonate with this video, share it with another Black woman in your life who needs to hear this. And you're not doing that to call her out. You're doing that to call her in. And with that, I will see you in the next video.